So you might be able to see the movie that's playing behind me, and that's Kickboxer with Jean-Claude Van Damme. And if you're watching this and you're going, why am I watching Jean-Claude Van Damme? How did I get here? Good. Well, that's a good thing. The thing I wanted to talk about today was, Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Jean-Claude Van Damme, period. And not a great actor, honestly, but, fun to watch. And, I take that back. He's a great actor. But the reason I want to talk about this is because I've seen this movie 1,000 times. And I can't tell you how many times as a kid I've tried to do this dance. It's almost a meme. It really is meme world. But, this scene is so famous. But, so many people have seen this and grew up on this. A lot of people who just loved martial arts and competitive sports like this. And I've seen this 1,000 times. I can't do, the only thing I can do is dance. And I can't even do it that well. I can't do any of the moves that he does in the actual fight scenes, the sequences. The point is, you can watch a lot of movies that Jean-Claude Van Damme's in. You can see Kickboxer 1,000 times. You can see Bloodsport 1,000 times. You're more than likely never going to be that good at martial arts as he is. So just because you've seen something doesn't mean you can go do it. And that's the irrational fear I want to talk about. Is as a content creator, we always think you don't have to be a consultant. You can be someone who's in a field where you have to be a specialist and information is valuable. But we always think, and we often think, that if we just hand our information over, people, that eliminates us. But if you are any good, if you're worth your salt, if you cannot be commoditized. Someone cannot take your information and just replace you. That is the point of an expert. You should be able to explain information to a point where, and concepts to a point where someone could put them into use. But this irrational fear by consultants, and again, you don't have to be a consultant. A lot of my clients go through this. If you could be in beauty. You don't want to show these tutorials and tips because you actually offer this. Why would a hairstylist go out and make 20 videos about different hairstyles and how to do them themselves? Well, if you're any good at what you do, two things will happen. Number one, they'll go out and try it and realize, wow, this is really hard. I'm going to actually go to the person who clearly knows what they're doing. Or number two, they'll say, I don't have the time to do this. I'm not even going to try this. And then the insidious thing, the thing that eats away at someone who's insecure about this is, well, I'm going to go out and do it. And, if the client says, I'm going to go do this and this is good enough. Well, if that's the case, if that's the thing you're afraid of, well, if that's the extent and the level at which you can deliver, I don't know that, honestly, I'm sorry, I don't know that you can call yourself an expert, right? Like, if someone else can just go do the thing that you can do to the degree at which you can do it, well, either they are incredibly talented at what they do, or just a very talented person in your field, or you need to step your game up to the point where you can differentiate yourself from someone who's a layman versus you, the expert. But this idea that someone's going to take your information and go and do it and apply it, okay, great. If they can do it and you're just holding things back, great. Then you just gave them a win. Now when it's time for more, they're going to keep coming back to you and keep coming back to you and keep coming back to you. That's this idea of being the expert. You're really pushing it. Your authority grows. You can't grow authority without instances of exposure. You cannot grow authority without instances of exposure. And if you don't get out there and show people you're an authority figure, you're an expert, you're never going to be hired as one just because you say you are. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. And so I want to you don't have to be a consultant. You can be anything. You can be someone, and you could be someone in the services field. You could be someone selling shoes. You could be someone who's a dentist. Great example, dentists are, they're not going to all of a sudden replace themselves by telling people and showing videos how to brush their teeth. They should be doing it for 2 minutes. Here's how a dentist brush it. Here's how a nurse takes care of this, or XYZ. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're selling coffee, showing someone how to make coffee all of a sudden is not going to replace the value you provide to them. You probably make the cup of coffee a lot better, even though in terms of simplicity, in terms of what it actually is, it's a simple process. But that's why, they come to you. And it may take me, for instance, 10 minutes a day to do my French press. I enjoy it, but if I had the option and I was out, I tend to work early. So I'm just here, and that's part of my ritual. But I understand that people at Starbucks are marginally, if not marginally, they're making their coffee a lot better than I am. So if that was something I valued a little bit more, sure, I would literally go there every day. It wouldn't matter that I knew how to do something. So I just want to challenge your thought. If that's where you are, I don't want to put this piece of content out. It's giving away too much. What at DeepBridge Consulting, if you go look over at the channel, at the YouTube channel, at Instagram, it doesn't matter. We hand everything away. We hand it all away because at the end of the day, our goal is to be in the business of building businesses, not in the business of going, contract to contract every 3 months, trying to just hold back just enough. The mechanic that's not quite fixing the car so they can see you again. That's never going to be us. And we don't think that should ever be you. And if you're out there going, yeah, Nick, well, I don't know about this, and post it in the comment. Let's talk about it. I fail to think of an industry in which that would be not even it's not about being appropriate. If I'm not even thinking the worst, if you're not even doing the worst, and it's just, well, it doesn't make any sense. Why not? Why not? Even if someone can't go do what you're doing, you're fixing engines. It's unlikely that someone can get in there and actually know the ins and outs of the deepest part of an engine repair. But just because that's true, you could be pushing this idea. Look, wow, if I ever have an engine problem, I can't ever do that, clearly, but it's very obvious that this person knows what they're doing. If I say I'm a consumer insights expert and specialist and I don't ever talk like this or get in front of camera and do talking head and talk about conversion, if I don't ever talk about persuasion, if I don't ever talk about value sequences, value props, benefits, value ladder, all these different things that go into why people choose the things they choose and clearly show that DeepBridge Consulting, we know exactly what we're doing. We know your customer. It doesn't matter what industry you are. All you have to do is understand the buying mechanisms and what motivates people. If we don't talk about those things, you'll never believe them, you'll never see them, and you'll never trust us to make that purchase, because that's all conversion is. It's trust that you can get the job done. Trust you can deliver on the benefit, the value that the consumer, the end person needs. So get in front of your camera, get in front of your blog, get in front of something and show people you're talking about, instead of just talking about whatever it is your expertise is. No one's gonna buy that. And if you think they are, you're probably just telling yourself an excuse because you don't want to go do it. So I really do challenge you to go try that, take a look at it. And thanks for checking this out. And like I said, we're not going to hold anything back. Check out the DeepBridge Consulting YouTube channel. Go check out deepbridgeconsulting.com. We're rolling out a new membership. We're actually doing away with our, putting our money where our mouth is. We genuinely are. And we're getting rid of the paywall. And so all you have to do is sign up. You can just become a free member, but we call it a member wall, but we do want to give a more specialized experience for the people who commit to us. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the little bell icon. You'll get a notification anytime we put something out. When we put it out, we're going to give it all and we're going to go for it. So thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.